traffic.
Your morning commute off to a slick start, so take it easy on the roads. We're especially seeing wet roadways right now out toward the southwestern part of Cape Coral, Pine Island, Sanibel, especially on the Causeway, and parts of Iona McGregor. In Collier County, very wet roadways out toward Marco Island, 951 Collier Boulevard from the East Trail down to the entrance to the island, and parts of the East Trail very wet right now as well. So take it easy on the roadways this morning. Good news is we're not seeing any crashes or construction zones early on today to impact your morning drive. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid, temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour. There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News, the conservative, smart, right voice of Southwest Florida.
True relief for back and neck pain.
At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, if you're suffering with a spinal-related problem, pain, numbness, or weakness, through the use of spinal decompression therapy, we've helped hundreds and hundreds of local residents return to a pain-free, productive life. People who once suffered from stenosis, sciatica, bulging, or herniated discs and thought there was no solution are now living pain-free. Spinal decompression is relaxing and painless, while it gently eases pressure off painful nerves and spinal discs. No pain, no needles, and no surgery. I've successfully been using spinal decompression in Southwest Florida for over 13 years, and the results are only getting better. Take your life back. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation to find out how spinal decompression can help you. Johnston Spinal Care, 596 Back, 596-2225. That's 596-2225.
Serving Southwest Florida since 1977. To learn more and schedule an appointment, visit firstclassairconditioning.com.
First Class Air Conditioning. Our name says it all.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you. When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds of up to a gig. Bounce forward on a network that helps keep connected devices protected. To learn more, go to ComcastBusiness.com.
Home is truly where the heart is. To protect it, you need top-quality roofing installed by experts. That's why we chose CFS Roofing Services. Owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. Now my home's weather-tight and beautifully resilient.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
This is the Frells family. They live on a piece of land they call greener pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frells family runs with us, because this is more than just land, it's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
This is a special end-of-summer announcement from Dell. At our Labor Day sale, small businesses can save up to 50% on select business computers with Intel Core processors. We're committed to taking your business to the next level. Give our small business technology advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business with Labor Day savings. Visit Dell.com/business deals or call us at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad that you are here joining us this AM. Hope you had a great night, a great night of sleep. Okay? Well, we're past the weekend now, so what else could you wish for? Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you had a good rest. Feel like I'm talking to my son. How'd you sleep, buddy? Did you sleep okay? Jake the Millennial. How'd you sleep, buddy? Did you sleep well?
Yeah, you could say that.
I guess once you get past the weekend, that is an interesting way to start the morning. Once you get past the weekend, you can't say, how was your weekend anymore? It's already Wednesday, believe it or not. So then what do you say? How'd you sleep? I mean, it's this early in the morning. What else could you ask for? What else could you possibly say? How was your day? Well, the day hasn't started yet. How was your day yesterday? Well, maybe no. It's too late to ask how your day was yesterday. So the only thing you can say is, how'd you sleep, buddy? Did you sleep? Wow. All right. Just a weird start to the morning. I am going to play this morning. Lots of audio, lots of things going on. I'm going to play some audio this morning that is going to rattle the left. That is going to have liberal heads exploding. Just hearing the words I never thought I would hear. And wait till you hear it. And wait till the left gets a hold of this today. Maybe they won't, just because they're too busy trying to drum up the next Trump conspiracy theory. He hates the military, which is like almost laughable at this point when you have, unnamed, unverified sources saying all kinds of things. It's amazing how the left does that. We have unnamed, unverified sources. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. And then they just, they run with it. And then the media runs with it. And then didn't Nancy Pelosi describe this in the past? I know she did, right? Didn't she say something about how this works?
And then we call it the wrap-up smear.
What is it?
You want to talk politics?
Yeah.
Call it the wrap-up smear.
Yeah.
You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest.
Yeah.
And then you merchandise it.
Ah.
And then you write it.
Yeah.
And they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear.
Right.
And then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made.
Right. That was Nancy Pelosi a while back describing how the left does it. Well, she was trying to make it sound as if that's what Republicans do, but it's what the left does, right? It's the wrap-up smear. And that's what the Atlantic story is. It's the wrap-up smear. They heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. You've been messing around. And then the press goes, hey, you've been messing around. And you're like, no, I haven't. Yeah, no, we heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. But there's some audio I'm going to play that's gonna rock you. So I can't wait to play that coming up this morning. Also, the president was not only in North Carolina, but in the state of Florida. Some interesting things that were said, and I wonder what your take on this is, because how do I express this properly? Republicans want to be known as environmentalists as much. Well, no, they want to take away. Why is it that Democrats are the ones that are the environmentalists, that care about the environment, that care about clean air and clean water? As if Republicans sit at home every single day and all they think about is how they can toss their used motor oil into some place where kids are drinking at, or, like a water fountain. Hey, is there, asking a neighbor, is there any way that I can dump my used motor oil someplace where when all these kids are going up to this water fountain and everything, that it'll directly go into their stream there? Is there any way I can destroy? Obviously, it's ludicrous, but that's what the left would have you think for the longest time about Republicans. So Republicans are pretty much like, well, hold on a second. Last time I checked, wait, let me just look. I'm looking around. Yeah, we live on the same planet as you do. Where I live, my house is built in the same terra firma that yours is. So why would I want to destroy? How does that work exactly? And why is it that you get to tell the planet that I'm the one that wants to destroy it and you guys are the ones that want to save it? How does that work? So in a lot of ways, Republicans have said enough is enough with that. And why do they get to have that moniker? We can take that and be the environmentalists this president maybe becomes the environmental president. And so some things yesterday came up. Offshore drilling, one of them. We'll give you a little bit of audio from the president, not only in North Carolina, but in Florida, and some of the things that he had to say yesterday. But make no mistake about this. The president is now back to being where he's most comfortable. Out on the road, big rallies, North Carolina, people lined up, thousands of people there to see the president. That is where he's comfortable. That's where he gets to relate to the American people what everybody loves about the president. And it was on display yesterday, a little bit of what he said. Remember Nancy Pelosi and the whole salon scandal? He brings that up yesterday.
Everybody has to wear a mask. You must keep all beauty parlors closed. Then she's in a beauty parlor with no mask. Oh. And then she said the biggest, she could have said, okay. She would have said, you got me. But she said, I got set up by the beauty parlor owner.
It's true, but that's exactly what happened. But again, when you hear the president at a rally in North Carolina and you hear the president speaking that way, it reminds you of where the president is at his best, when he can just be himself, as he is so oftentimes when he's one-on-one with people. And these the Trump rallies are really the president one-on-one with you. And so, having a little bit of fun. Hey, how are we going to pay for the border wall? He brought this up yesterday.
We're going to charge a small fee at the border. The toll booths. We have toll booths. It's the biggest border in the world in terms of people going across and in terms of industry. Believe it or not, the southern border. We're putting a small toll on, and maybe we're going to do something with remittance. That's where people come here, make money, and they send it back. So we'll do something, and we're going to get all the money that we spent in the wall will be coming back.
It's coming back. There you go. So people want to know how you're going to pay for the wall. Well, you got to pay at the toll. You're coming across it. All of this traffic, all of this movement across the border legally at the toll plaza there. It's sort of like going over the Cape Coral Bridge, and you gotta pay that toll. And so maybe the prices go up a little bit because we're going to build a wall around Cape Coral. Well, not really. We're not building a wall around Cape Coral, but that would be kind of weird, right? Right, Jake? If Cape Coral said we want to build why would you build a wall around Cape Coral? That's especially when you consider that if you go to North Fort Myers, you can get into the Cape without going over a bridge. There's a little secret for all you tourists out there. If you want to take the long way. Well, it depends on if you're going to North Cape or South Cape. Anyway, I digress. President in his element when he is doing these rallies again yesterday. And a very important point that he brought up in two different ways had to do with all the unrest on the streets of this country. And the president saying this.
If you're willing to riot running down Main Street, if you're willing to riot and stand on top of each other's face and do whatever the hell you want to do, you're allowed to do that because you're considered a peaceful protester. So we decided to call all our rallies peaceful protests.
Which he's been doing. And there's yard signs that say peaceful protester. Because listen, if you have all these peaceful protests and nobody's going to get in trouble for not masking up, in certain Democrat-led cities, and you can do all of that, then why not call what the president is doing a peaceful protest? Then I guess everything is fine. But a couple of points. Number one, boy, these rallies tick off the left. Oh, man, do they get people upset. How upset? How about this from last night? Here you go. The discussion, we're still in pandemic level right now. The U.S. coronavirus death toll nears 190,000, which is 0.055%. When you're talking about population, the Hong Kong flu and the Asian flu just a few years back, just about the same numbers. But we didn't shut everything down. We didn't shut down an economy. We didn't shut down a country. Why? Why not? A lot of people want to know. So here's Don the Lemon yesterday talking to a doctor, a medical. It says MD after his name, so he must be. I guess is Dr. Reiner is his name, and he's talking about the rally last night in North Carolina and all the Trump supporters there, and nobody's masking up.
No. I mean, this is a pandemic. You can't just put people shoulder to shoulder and expect that nothing's going to happen. The president likes, to put on this tough guy facade of imperviousness, that the virus doesn't affect him. And then he likes this tableau behind him of unmasked people who follow along. But when I see that, it really makes me sad, because what you're really seeing are lemmings heading for the cliff.
Lemmings heading for the cliff. Now, the obvious question is right there staring you in the face. So, president has a rally, and you got lemmings heading for a cliff because you've got thousands of people who are not masking up there in North Carolina. It's bound to be something that's going to happen. I mean, it's going to cause a lot of trouble and possible deaths because of this. But when there's a protest on our streets each and every day, and nobody's masking up, and as a matter of fact, they're screaming, so quite possibly there's a lot of spit flying out of people's mouths. Thousands of people doing it all the time. Destroying individuals' rights to peacefully have a dinner outside at a restaurant. No, we can't have that. Black Lives Matter shows up, the organization, screaming with bullhorns and marching and turning over tables and destroying tabletops, and in some cases grabbing somebody's beverage and chugging it down and not even asking the question, where's that guy's lips been? But anyway, that's a whole other point. There's no virus there. Nothing happens there. It's fine. No lemmings, and nobody's heading off a cliff because it's a protest, and viruses understand the difference between a virus and Trump. We all see how ridiculous this has become. The more and more we talk about the virus, the more and more we start to realize that this, I don't know if this should be at pandemic levels when we're talking about this. Hey, you want to hear some interesting news here in the state of Florida? Hey, Jake the Millennial, would you like to hear some interesting coronavirus, COVID-19 numbers here in the state of Florida? How would you like that, buddy?
Yeah, who lied this time?
Oh, it's not a lie. It's just data and science. Did you know on Wednesday, September the 2nd, that was last week, these reports in the state of the amount of deaths here. We had 93 deaths reported in the state of Florida last Wednesday. Do you know what the median age of the reported deaths in Florida was on that day, September 2nd? 93 years old. I want you to take a step back and listen to me when I'm telling you this. Many people have brought this up. The median age is 93. That means if you're doing math, half of the deaths reported were older than 93. The median age. Now I wonder how many of those who died were actually COVID was the cause of death. Jennifer Cabrera writes for the Alachua Chronicle, been posting daily updates on Florida's death numbers, reported an astounding finding. Out of 149 reported deaths in Florida on Wednesday, the median age was 93. Sorry, did I say 93? I'm sorry. Out of the 149 reported deaths. That means that half of the people who allegedly died of COVID, according to the day's reports, were older than 93. 64% of the deaths were over the age of 85. Still over the life expectancy for both sexes. Data points like this provide a completely different context for the severity of the virus than the panic porn we see in the media and what was sold to us as the original justification for such dramatically destructive shutdown measures. Furthermore, they raise questions about the accuracy of reported causes of death, particularly in such an old population. And we can go through that, and we have. And that was Daniel Horowitz, a Conservative Review, who brought this up and was talking about this. And again, the lemmings jumping off the cliff or falling off the cliff following Trump are those people put the world in danger. Protesters going out and hacking spittle all over each other because they're screaming so loud and causing all kinds of grief. The virus has every clue that is okay and that's acceptable. But it's the lemmings jumping off the cliff with the president. The virus looks and says, oh, I can get in on this one. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's the left. So the president out yesterday. What about some of the things he said about here in the state of Florida? He brought up blue-green algae. He brought up offshore drilling. Some of that audio coming up. And one of the biggest audio takes of the morning, I think, where liberal heads are going to explode. Never in a million years. Let's take a break, Jake. Never in a million years could you imagine that this was going to come up. It did. And people are beside themselves. And it's awesome. All right. Sorry. Stay break 92.5 Fox News. Hey, 239-479-5592 if you'd like to call or text. Don't forget about YouTube, streaming live each and every day on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Helps to keep us going if you enjoy it. That is Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Just type it into the search bar on YouTube. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. Let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Who's there? Is that Sabrina?
Therese.
It is. It's Therese O'Shea.
Good Wednesday morning. Clear commute out on the roadways this morning. We're not seeing any issues as far as crashes or construction zones go, but we do have a very wet drive along parts of the west coast right now. Sanibel Causeway heading out through Pine Island as well as Iona-McGregor area. McGregor Boulevard itself going to be a little bit damp from some early morning showers we've seen. And in Collier County, we're seeing wet roads as well throughout Tamiami Trail East, 951 Collier Boulevard out to Marco Island right now. So take it easy, take it slow out there, and just use caution this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
89 degrees for your Wednesday as we will see scattered showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as off and on rain chances will be with us as we go throughout the day. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This Fox News business report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Apple strikes back at Epic Games, countersuing the maker of Fortnite and accusing it of duplicity and greed. The two are fighting about how much control Apple has over its online app store. A sad day for fans of Luby's Cafeteria, around since 1947. The Texas-based company says it plans to liquidate its businesses, including Luby's Cafeterias and Fuddruckers. The Oscars go for more diversity. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences says starting in 2024, films competing for Best Picture must meet criteria aimed at fostering a more inclusive Hollywood. And a sell-off in tech stock sends the Nasdaq down for a third straight session, slumping 465 points or 4% yesterday. The Dow lost 632 points. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
This is an important message for all current and former Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts of America has declared bankruptcy.
If you were sexually abused in scouting, you could receive compensation, but you must file a claim by November 16, 2020.
You may file a sexual abuse claim regardless of your current age or the year the sexual abuse occurred.
Visit officialbsaclaims.com or call 1-866-907-2721.
Paid for by the Boy Scouts of America.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
The Diamond District has the largest selection of GIA certified diamonds at the most competitive prices in the world. Jason and Todd have partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa, and they've traveled to Israel, Antwerp, and India to select the most beautiful diamonds. Visit the Diamond District today for your best diamond buying experience.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue, a lot of you know about. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my my transmission that was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs. 239-992-2626. 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake the Millennial for AMCO Bonita Springs.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and have I told you about Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting? I know I have because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process, so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
When I see something beautiful, I want to capture that moment. A photo really is worth more than 1,000 words. That photo isn't very good if it's not in focus.
Mrs. Buck loves photography, but glasses were getting in her way.
Even though photography is just a hobby, it's something I really care about, and it's good to know that Dr. List cared about me just as much.
We really don't want bad vision to keep people from doing the things they love.
Community Eye Center really does have the most caring doctor's insight.
Hi, this is Dr. Scheibel from Community Eye Center. My partner, Dr. Spatafora, and I want to remind everybody, don't be a spreader. The coronavirus is so tiny, 100 million particles fit on the head of a pin. As we run around in our trucks and cars and play golf and go fishing and go to work and do the things we like to do, we are spreading the virus. The virus can only move with us. Over 65, diabetes, COPD, all these folks will be hurt severely by this virus. Wash your hands, be careful, don't be a spreader.
Democrats ready to win
2020.
This is now on.
Violent anarchy of Portland, bloodstained sidewalks of Chicago, the mayhem coming to your town. Joe.
But I tell you, I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by and lose this country to Donald Trump.
There's a disruptive force, let's be frank.
The most dangerous president. Are you ready?
Yes.
All eyes watching and waiting.
Pay close attention.
Right here.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
Watch what happens.
All along.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. When I came to Naples many years ago, I knew I could bring a totally different approach to building custom homes. But I had a problem. I had no contacts here in Naples, no architects knew who I was, and my competition wasn't exactly thrilled about making room for a new builder. For 2 weeks straight, I began to drive the neighborhoods that I wanted to build in. In that process, I found a man at his mailbox and I asked him if he needed any work done on his home. He told me he was glad that I showed up because he wanted to tear down this older home and build a brand new custom home. So that's how we broke into the Naples market. And today, that same drive, energy, and passion that started our company is what we continue to bring to our clients. We build top quality custom homes with passion for a fair price. Give us a call at 239-262-6867 or visit us at bigislandbuilders.com.
Guess what, Southwest Florida? It's not too late. You can still get the full original base MSRP for your trade-in, but only at Naples Nissan. Yes, bring us that 6, 7, 8-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you what you paid for it, so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. So, yeah, whatever it was worth back in 2012, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought your car from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2012 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to get the full base MSRP for your trade-in and drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News, working to bridge the gap between you and police. The Fort Myers City Council discussed what police could do to help. Councilmember Johnny Streets had a presentation yesterday saying departments should stop training police officers as combat soldiers and identify language and cultural differences to learn how to respond. The Cape Coral Police Department says someone stole a gun from a car along Cornwallis Parkway yesterday morning. That's near the corner of Del Prado and Veterans Memorial Parkway. The owner says he heard the door of the car slam shut and then the alarm went off. He later found a .38 caliber gun missing from the center console. As the school year gets in full motion, deputies are warning you not to forget about the school zones on the roadway. If you speed, you could face a $1,000 fine. Yesterday, deputies in Charlotte County caught drivers going as fast as 17 miles an hour over the speed limit. President Trump visited Jupiter to discuss environmental conservation efforts for the state of Florida. The president signed an executive order extending the ban on offshore drilling in Florida until 2032. He also recapped his administration's work to allocate money for the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee projects. A multi-million-dollar farmers market coming to Cape Coral. The owner wants Joe V's to be a full-service farmers market right off Pine Island Road, east of Chiquita Boulevard. He plans to hire as many as 300 people. Construction begins in November. They'll be ready to open late next year. Grab-and-go meals will now be available for more of your students. Starting tomorrow, Lee virtual students can receive meals for the week. Before, they were only available to the kids using Lee Home Connect. Middle and high schools will be the main distribution sites on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Clear commute out on the roadways this morning. We're not seeing any issues as far as crashes or construction zones go, but we do have a very wet drive along parts of the west coast right now. Sanibel Causeway, heading out through Pine Island, as well as Iona-McGregor area. McGregor Boulevard itself going to be a little bit damp from some early morning showers we've seen. And in Collier County, we're seeing wet roads as well throughout Tamiami Trail East, 951 Collier Boulevard out to Marco Island right now. So take it easy, take it slow out there, and just use caution this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid, temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling tip of the day. We're not the best AC contractor because we say so. Kobe Cooling has been voted the best air conditioning contractor here in Southwest Florida year after year in the News Press poll. We don't offer cheap service calls that end in expensive sales calls, and we don't use jack-of-all-trade technicians. Our team members are not there to fix your plumbing, and they're not going to cut your grass. Our NATE certified mechanics are there to service your air conditioning needs, and they are the best in the business. Kobe Cooling is not just living up to the title of best air conditioning company in Southwest Florida. We're living up to your expectations, too. Kobe, the most trusted name in this business since 1949, and voted best air conditioning contractor year after year in the News Press poll. We're the best because you say so, not because we do. Call us at 239-482-1542. License CACO 57313.
So I gotta ask, what's stopping you? If you're one of the millions of men over the age of 50 who suffer from some form of erectile dysfunction, don't you want some solutions? Metro Men's Health offers a proven treatment program with over 85% of its clients reporting success. So are you afraid of pain, downtime, or surgery? Metro Men's Health offers no pain, no needles, no pills, no surgery, and no downtime. Instead, Metro Men's Health offers what's called focused linear compression therapy. It's a proven therapy that opens up and revitalizes your blood vessels for better blood flow. It's that simple. And since the staff is professional and understanding, there's no need for embarrassment either. So I have to ask you again, what's stopping you? Call Metro Men's Health today. Get your questions answered, meet with the doctor, understand the process, and get started. Call 239-599-9900 or go to metromenshealth.com. That's 239-599-9900 or metromenshealth.com. Metro Men's Health can help.
It's time to clean out your files and finally get rid of that mountain of paper. Collier County residents can bring 20 pounds of documents for free shredding. The shredding event takes place the first Saturday of every month at a recycling center near you. The next event is Saturday, October 3rd. Shredding trucks will be on site from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Naples, North Collier, and Northeast Collier. Here's your chance to get rid of old confidential documents for free. For more details, visit colliercountyfl.gov/recycle.
Looking for a frameless shower door? My Shower Door has just opened their 8th Florida showroom, and it's conveniently located in Cape Coral. With more than 75,000 frameless shower doors installed, no one has more experience and 5-star reviews than My Shower Door. We've been named #1 by readers of the News Press and Naples News for 17 consecutive years and have just been named as Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdor.com.
Across the nation, America is moving forward, finding our footing, getting back on our feet. Life continues to open up. Businesses are getting back to business, and we are too. We know you rely on the Good Feet store to be there when you need us. We're open and ready to serve you. Our personally fit arch supports are designed to help alleviate, even eliminate, foot, knee, hip, and back pain, and provide comfort, balance, and support. The well-being of our customers, associates, and community is our highest priority. So we've implemented new measures, procedures, and precautions, keeping your health and safety in the forefront. The Good Feet store is lending a hand to help America get back on its feet. And just as we have for a quarter century, we're helping to improve the quality of people's lives, 2 feet at a time.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? Call 552-FEET or visit us in Naples or our newest store in Fort Myers.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. That is the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. We are streaming live on YouTube each and every day. All you have to do is go to YouTube. You type in Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's, S-T-E-E-L-E. And you subscribe. It's free, and it keeps us going on both Facebook and on YouTube, and we do appreciate it. Coming up in 10 more minutes, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. So if you want to have a little bit of fun with us, that is coming up in just a bit. Speaking of having a little bit of fun, are you ready for this? Jake the Millennial's been waiting all this time. Are you ready for this, Jake? Here we go. You ready? This is the biggie. All right. I am about to play some audio that is going to have liberal heads exploding all across Southwest Florida and across the nation. You're going to hear it's like that sound effect is the liberal heads popping, just like a balloon. You ready? Listen to this, everybody. This just came down last night.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Can I play that? This is not like the Babylon Bee or the Onion. This is real, everybody. This is real.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
You heard that correct, everybody.
They should look at the records, and the record shows that Donald J. Trump has achieved peace in many places in the world, and those efforts has not been successful by other leaders, other prime ministers or presidents earlier. But he has done it, and that's what they should look at.
And that's what they should look at. There it is. That just came out this morning, and it was Christian Tybring-Getty. That's who you just heard there on that little piece of audio, nominating the president, telling Fox News that he's nevertheless, quote, not a big Trump supporter. But listen, you gotta speak the truth, everybody. Nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts in reaching the agreement between Israel and the UAE. That's part of it. He's part of the Norwegian Parliament and chairman of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, submitted the nomination. He's been doing it for the longest time. As a matter of fact, in 2018, he did it as well for his Singapore summit, which he hosted Kim Jong-un. And he even brought that up in a Fox interview about why he nominated the president again.
And I understand that many people disliked President Trump, but I guess many people disliked Arafat when he got the Peace Prize also. So that doesn't matter. It's actually what you achieve in international diplomatics. And Donald J. Trump has proven that he is worthy the Nobel Peace Prize.
Does anybody remember that Barack Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize, and we're still trying to figure out why he got one? Right? It's what
I've now been in 57 states.
That's true. He has been. He is something like that. But if everybody remembers, it was not too long ago when he got that nomination. And what did he get it for? It was, I'm trying to see, I mean, exactly what it was specifically that Obama got for the Peace Prize. I just want to make sure that when it was described, why they gave it to him. Okay, it was awarded to him for his extraordinary efforts, Barack Obama's extraordinary efforts in 2009. How long was he president in 2009? Like, what time is it? Yeah, exactly. Okay. His extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples. His extraordinary efforts. Do we know what those extraordinary efforts were?
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility.
Yeah, I understand. I transmit this information.
Yeah, we'll transmit this to Vladimir. Okay. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it was, but there you go. So the president of the United States, again, nominated last night for the Nobel Peace Prize following the Israeli-UAE deal. And it's a real deal, everybody. I mean, this is a pretty big deal. Even Christian Tybert-Getty was talking about that as well.
Donald Trump was the first one to be able to talk to the North Korean leader. Yeah. And I think he has a, let's say, an undiplomatic way of getting in touch with people and talk to people. And in this instance, it's what a good thing.
Yeah, in this instance, it's a good thing. And he's got this non-diplomatic way of getting in touch with people. In other words, he's not a politician. And he speaks to people as people, as individuals, no matter what the case is and no matter who it is, and trying to have peace around the world. And here he is, someone who's doing things that's tangible in a couple of different fronts. And Barack Obama is still trying to figure out if there's 57 states. But anyway, I just thought that was amazing. Donald Trump nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. There they go. Liberal heads popping all over the place. All right. 239-479-5592. The president in Florida talking about a couple of executive orders. Here's one in particular that I know people have been talking about.
I will sign a presidential order extending the moratorium on offshore drilling on Florida's Gulf Coast and expanding it to Florida's Atlantic coast as well as the coasts of Georgia and South Carolina.
All right, so there's a 10-year moratorium on offshore drilling. Again, the Republicans who have been looking at this, and I wonder what you think, and I will give you a little of my perspective on this in particular. Again, it's an EO, so who knows what a Joe Biden presidency would bring along, or, well, I'm sure it's not going to change. How would you change? The only reason you would change this if you were Joe Biden as president of the United States, the only reason why you would change it is because Donald Trump did it. That's the only reason why.
With fracking, the shale revolution, and the tremendous surge in American energy production, we're showing that we can create jobs, safeguard the environment, and keep energy prices low for America and low for our citizens.
Yeah, that's true. And that could be part of the decision as well. The fact that at this moment in time, and it doesn't seem like it's any time in the near future, there would be a need for offshore drilling. We wouldn't have to do that. So there's two ways of looking at it. One is that because there are people that have not been fans of the idea of not allowing offshore drilling, to say that, of course, when it comes to jobs, companies that are looking to create jobs in the energy industry, why we would make offshore drilling off base when it comes to the safety of offshore drills that we have seen in the past, and it's year after year after year, how it is by all intents and purposes safe. But there's also the other side that says, listen, if we're doing as well as we're doing without it, then if there's no need for it right now, then by all means, let's be the party, Republicans, showing that we care about the environment just as much as you do. How did you get that? How is it that we live on the same planet that you do, and yet you're telling us that we are the ones that somehow, some way are destroying the planet? We don't have a problem with it, as if we don't live here. Well, we do.
To safeguard our stunning coastal areas, I signed legislation authorizing $100 million to fight the red tide and toxic algae.
There you go. And toxic algae was brought up as well, and money to fight toxic algae. Now, I will say this, and we're going to go to calls, 239-479-5592. Just a thought. I want to make sure, this is my only beef, if I was going to have a beef with this, with money for fighting toxic algae going out there, and Republicans doing it, I want an accounting. I would like to know who's getting the money. I want to know politically where they stand. I want to make sure that the money that they receive to study toxic algae, quote unquote, is not going to strengthen them as an organization in any way so that they can fight against this governor or this president in the future politically, which happens. And I want to make sure that the organizations that will receive the money are not those types of organizations. And the problem, I believe, is that they are. That I think that, let's just put it this way. Is there, this is just top of my head. I'm just saying this, and I wonder what you think. Is there a conservative conservationist organization? Is there a conservative environmental organization? That makes sense? Jake, do you see where I'm going with this? Does that make any sense to you? In other words, can you think of a bunch of conservatives who have got together, politically conservative, who've got together and politically are an organization that is not only conservative, but their goal is to study blue-green algae and to care for the environment? That's the question I'm asking. I just think it's an interesting question because I don't think there is one. Well, what difference does it make? It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference because if you're an organization that does not believe in conservative ideology and you're motivated by what you believe to be individuals who will continue to fund you, continue to keep that money rolling. Do you see where I'm going here, everybody? That you might lean and suggest politically that there are certain individuals that you would vote for and certain ones that you would not. My concern has always been that environmentalists in general are not exactly, politically speaking, Republicans or conservatives. And so by showing that you're willing to give organizations money, I want to make sure that there's an accounting for the money and how it's being used, and that we're all on the same boat when it comes to this, and we all care about the environment together. Like we equally can look at each other and say that politically there is no divide here. And so that's all this is about. And on the one side, where you're suggesting that you're giving money and to show that you're an environmentalist, you care about the environment, which is great, that those individuals who are receiving the money agree with that. Or that they look at you as somebody who it's like, thank you very much, we appreciate the money. Hey, Joe Biden for president, Nikki Fried to go against the governor in 2022. Yeah, okay. Just throwing that out there. I could be off base. I could be completely wrong, and you could think I'm crazy. And you may. All right, Ruth, stay on the line right there. And David, you stay there as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll get to your calls. I'm looking at the time right now. We need to do this first. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. You can call right now, 239-479-5592. Call in number 5. We'll take your call, play Drew's College, have a little bit of fun, and then we'll get to this topic coming up as well. All right, call in number 5 at 239-479-5592. Call right now. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Don't forget, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch, and subscribe. It's free. Just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's on YouTube, and we appreciate it. All right, let's find out what's happening with traffic. Up to the minute, here's Therese O'Shea.
Good Wednesday morning. Clear commute out on the roadways this morning. We're not seeing any issues as far as crashes or construction zones go, but we do have a very wet drive along parts of the west coast right now. Sanibel Causeway heading out through Pine Island, as well as Iona-McGregor area. McGregor Boulevard itself going to be a little bit damp from some early morning showers we've seen. And in Collier County, we're seeing wet roads as well throughout Tamiami Trail East, 951 Collier Boulevard out to Marco Island right now. So take it easy, take it slow out there, and just use caution this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
89 degrees for your Wednesday as we will see scattered showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as off and on rain chances will be with us as we go throughout the day. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. Not very long ago, the story you're about to hear would have been shocking. Today, it's routine. The story starts July 12th. 20-year-old Alejandro Maldonado Hernandez was arrested after a street race crash that killed an Oregon woman and severely injured her husband. Mr. Maldonado Hernandez was jailed on charges of felony manslaughter in the 2nd degree, felony assault in the 3rd degree, misdemeanor reckless driving added on. Alejandro Maldonado Hernandez is an illegal immigrant. On July 16th, United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement issued a detainer at the Washington County Jail in Oregon so that if Maldonado Hernandez was granted bail, he would immediately be taken into federal custody. On August 8th, Mr. Hernandez was granted bail, but the detainer issued by ICE was ignored. The Washington County Sheriff's Department says that federal ICE detainers are not lawful or enforceable in Oregon. So this past Tuesday, ICE announced that investigators have learned that Alejandro Maldonado Hernandez fled to Mexico to avoid prosecution, meaning that the felony manslaughter, assault, and reckless driving charges lodged against him are now unenforceable. Liberals in Washington County, Oregon, have got to be very pleased. They have raised the middle finger at their enemies, the American people, who want immigration law enforced. Death and injury of American citizens, basically meaningless in liberals' worlds. Athletes nationwide talking about the relief they're getting from Level Select CBD sports creams and roll-ons from Cadenwood, the leader in CBD. Baseball legend Steve Garvey, with a National League record 1,207 consecutive games, uses Level Select CBD daily. He swears by it. Countless other athletes, including former quarterback Carson Palmer, PGA champion Ricky Fowler, find Level Select CBD helps keep them in the game. It works for them. It can work for you, too. Level Select CBD has a full line of products to choose from, all independently tested, made in the USA with 0% THC. Go to levelselectcbd.com. Use the promo code CBD30 for 30% off any of their CBD products. That's levelselectcbd.com and the promo code CBD30.
Not available in Idaho, Iowa, and South Dakota.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Ryan Hammond, painting and contracting. I know I have because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom, and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
I'm John Morgan. All law firms are not the same. As America's largest personal injury firm, we have more trials, more lawyers, more office buildings, and more caring staff members than any other injury law firm in the world. There's really nothing else like it. Our reputation and results speak for themselves. With more than 2 million people just like you calling us every single year, your trust in us means the world to me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Patty in Cape Coral. Hello there, Patty.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD and your associate's degree. Question, Patty, starts right now. Hey, Patty, what day do we celebrate America's independence? What day would that be?
July 4th.
That is correct. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president of the United States?
Speaker of the House.
That is correct. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Ross Perot ran as an independent third-party candidate. Do you remember what year Ross Perot ran for president of the United States? What year was that? I'll give you a hint. It's either 1990, 1992, or 1994. When was it?
1990?
No, it was 1992. 1992, that was. All right, well, let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. Who is the first lady of the United States? The first lady is? That is correct. Well, good for you, Patty. You got yourself a master's degree today on Drew's College. Good work. You will get a diploma. Jake the Millennial will talk to you right now, so I'm going to put you on hold. Patty, don't go anywhere, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for playing. Don't forget 7:50. We do it once again. Drew's College. Looking forward to that. On the way, let's see. A little bit of mail-in fraud news. There can't be any mail-in fraud going on. There's nothing happening. Rejected ballot. Yes. Yeah, there's some news on that. Where would that be taking place? We'll have that coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Thinking about new kitchen and bathroom countertops? Rock Solid's full granite slabs starting at $499, quartz $599, remnants starting at $150 means now is the time to save at Rock Solid. Rock Solid is a worldwide importer. Certified fabricators, installers, true artisans and craftsmen. Shop direct. Don't get caught by hidden costs and delays from the big box stores. Call Rock Solid 239-596-7676. On the web, rocksolidnaples.com. Installation in about a week.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Home is truly where the heart is. To protect it, you need top quality roofing installed by experts. That's why we chose CFS Roofing Services. Owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. Now my home's weather-tight and beautifully resilient.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most.
Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
True relief for back and neck pain. Sitting at home with back or neck pain, lying in a recliner suffering with leg pain or weakness, out of shape from sciatica, stenosis, or neuropathy? Get relief and get your life back. Non-surgical spinal decompression. This is Dr. Johnson, D.C. at 596 Back. Spinal decompression is an ingenious, innovative treatment that has shattered doctors' traditional ways of treating back or neck problems. Doctors have been left scratching their heads. Finally, avoid needles, epidurals, and drugs. This treatment is also super comfortable. Patients of any age can be treated and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. It uses a relaxing, computerized table to gently remove pressure on spinal nerves and discs, relieving pain, numbness, or weakness. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation to find out how spinal decompression can help you. Johnston Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-2225. That's 596-2225.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. Working to bridge the gap between you and police, the Fort Myers City Council discussed what police could do to help. Councilmember Johnny Streets had a presentation yesterday saying departments should stop training police officers as combat soldiers and identify language and cultural differences to learn how to respond. The Cape Coral Police Department says someone stole a gun from a car along Cornwallis Parkway yesterday morning. That's near the corner of Del Prado and Veterans Memorial Parkway. The owner says he heard the door of the car slam shut and then the alarm went off. He later found a .38 caliber gun missing from the center console. As the school year gets in full motion, deputies are warning you not to forget about the school zones on the roadway. If you speed, you could face a $1,000 fine. Yesterday, deputies in Charlotte County caught drivers going as fast as 17 miles an hour over the speed limit. President Trump visited Jupiter to discuss environmental conservation efforts for the state of Florida. The president signed an executive order extending the ban on offshore drilling in Florida until 2032. He also recapped his administration's work to allocate money for the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee projects. A multi-million-dollar farmers market coming to Cape Coral. The owner wants Joe V's to be a full-service farmers market right off Pine Island Road, east of Chiquita Boulevard. He plans to hire as many as 300 people. Construction begins in November. They'll be ready to open late next year. Grab-and-go meals will now be available for more of your students. Starting tomorrow, Lee virtual students can receive meals for the week. Before, they were only available to the kids using Lee Home Connect. Middle and high schools will be the main distribution sites on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Clear commute out on the roadways this morning. We're not seeing any issues as far as crashes or construction zones go, but we do have a very wet drive along parts of the west coast right now. Sanibel Causeway, heading out through Pine Island, as well as Iona-McGregor area. McGregor Boulevard itself going to be a little bit damp from some early morning showers we've seen. And in Collier County, we're seeing wet roads as well throughout Tamiami Trail East, 951 Collier Boulevard out to Marco Island right now. So take it easy, take it slow out there, and just use caution this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid, temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time, or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Hiring can be challenging,
But ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter finds the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists.
And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Time's running out to win $1,000 a day for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. Enter at PCH.com and you and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 a day for life on October 31st. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want the next big winner to be you. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries due 10/28. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Southwest Florida is our home, and there's a lot to love. Our community gatherings, our sporting events, our quality health care and education, and our natural resources, just to name a few. It's why we call Southwest Florida our home, and it's why we love living here. As residents of Southwest Florida, we're strong, compassionate, and capable. Let's protect what and who we love by following CDC guidelines. Together, we can protect our home and each other. For more information about CDC guidelines, visit legov.com/COVID-19.
Fox News.
This is the Frells family. They live on a piece of land they call greener pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frells family runs with us, because this is more than just land. It's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
This is a special end-of-summer announcement from Dell. At our Labor Day sale, small businesses can save up to 50% on select business computers with Intel Core processors. We're committed to taking your business to the next level. Give our small business technology advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business with Labor Day savings. Visit Dell.com/business deals or call us at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live anytime you want to watch on YouTube. We're there right now. You can watch. Just go to Drew Steele Radio. You type it right into YouTube there in the search bar. Steele has 3 E's, Steele, and subscribe. It's free. And it also helps to keep us going on YouTube and Facebook both. So we do appreciate you being there as well. All right, a couple of things that are going on. The president was rallying in North Carolina. Had a couple of things to say about what's happening here in the state of Florida. How are we doing with polls here in the state? You may be interested to note that there are some concerns when it comes to one individual and what is happening here in Florida. And I'll give you a hint. It's not the president. Yeah, the Biden campaign's a little bit worried because he is struggling to win Miami Latinos, a new poll finds. Will it cost him Florida? The Miami Herald has this story. I wonder why. What's going on? Why? What seems to be the problem? I thought that Joe Biden's got pretty much everything locked up. I thought everything is going well. And myth. No. It's facts. Yeah, everything's going great. Sleepy Joe's he's just fine. No.
The Villages.
What?
America's friendliest hometown.
Why do we need? Why did we need Sleepy Joe singing the Villages song? How's he? I don't even know if he's doing very well in the Villages. I mean, if you've watched some of the video out of the Villages, what you see is what is it? The Trump golf cart parades. Right, we had over the weekend, we had the Trump boat parades that are going on all around the state. They're huge. I mean, ginormous numbers. And then we're told by places like the news press that there was a Biden, they had some Biden boats out there too. Really? There was a Biden boat out there? What was it? Where was there a Biden boat? But that's what we were told. And, you have lots of rallies. You have a lot of things that are going on. And in the villages, what do they have? I don't know for Biden. Did they fight in the villages? Did they argue? I wonder in the kind of, the kind of fighting that goes on with Democrats when you want to win an election, and the way you do it is to not win if you have to at the ballot box, not win because you have to in the Electoral College, but no matter what ends up happening, there's going to be a battle, a street fight, if you will. And many people have brought that up. And one in particular who is saying that, we got to be careful when it comes to this election and how it goes and whether or not there may be trouble after the election. Because if Donald Trump wins, there's going to be fighting in the street, as if you, listening to me, are the ones that are fighting. Because the last time I checked, the ones that are fighting are the anarchists, are the left in this country, are the Biden supporters. You're the ones that are out there fighting. You're the ones that are getting ready for a battle on the streets if you have to, if Donald Trump wins. Because let's be honest, if Donald Trump loses this election, how many of you are going to get ready to go and burn and tear down and destroy things in your local municipality? Any of you will do that? Will you seek some other kind of recourse, or are you ready to burn it down? I think we know the answer to that. We certainly know the answer on the left. And we know that Mark Zuckerberg is even talking about this. Mark Zuckerberg, who decided to, I don't know how this works. Does Facebook get involved in elections or not? Does Facebook get to editorialize? Does Facebook get to edit what is and is not content on their site? Because legally, that's not what they're supposed to be doing. That's how they have the protections that they have. But once they start doing it, then all bets are off. Now, look, Mark Zuckerberg said a few things. Mainly that there's nothing illegitimate about an election taking additional days or even weeks. No, I'm not kidding. I'm going to play the audio so you can hear it in this interview on Axios on HBO where he said those very words. But we all do understand the reality that's out there as well. That places like CNN, like Twitter and Facebook are, I don't know, what is it? Their thumbs on the scale when it comes to who they believe should and should not win the election, and how we're just going to have to recognize that that is the reality of the day, and to find alternatives. Parler is an alternative to Twitter. There are alternatives, hopefully, that will be popping up where you'll be able to go. But Mark Zuckerberg here on Axios on HBO being interviewed, and I want you to listen to what he has to say about the election maybe taking a few more days or even weeks.
One of the things that I think we and other media need to start doing is preparing the American people that there's nothing illegitimate about this election taking additional days or even weeks to make sure that all of the votes are counted. In fact, that might be important to make sure that this is a legitimate and fair election.
Can I just stop for a second? Okay. No, taking additional days or even weeks is a huge problem. One problem that I brought up last week and yesterday, two different articles, one in the Wall Street Journal and one in the American Mind by Michael Anton, about the Wall Street Journal article in particular about dates certain, about the fact that November 3rd is a date certain, December 14th is a date certain, the Electoral College has to vote by that date, and then January 20th, the date certain that we will have to swear in a new president. And how there is a time, a buffer between the 8th and the 14th, a week there or less of buffer to figure out if there is an Electoral College issue, if there's a still counting additional days or even weeks, how something is going to happen by that date. Certain electors are going to have to vote, and how it almost seems as if now there are people like Mark Zuckerberg who are insisting that if that's the case, that's the case. Almost as if they are planning on it being the case, because if it is the case, then that means that, like Michael Anton brought up in his Coming Coup article about what Democrats are planning to do this election cycle to just be prepared for it. That, look, if you pick a state like, let's say, Michigan, where it's close enough, or even if there is a sure Trump victory, and then we get days or weeks of ballots coming in, mail-in ballots. We can't have anybody disenfranchised. You just heard Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, nothing illegitimate about waiting days. I mean, look, we got people that voted. We don't want them sitting on the sidelines. We got to make sure everybody's in the game. And then we don't know where those votes came from and what day they came in, and they're not postmarked. And you see how this works. And maybe in certain districts, some of them ended up in behind a spa, like we found out yesterday in California. You know, some of them get dumped. Some of them make their way in. Then all of a sudden, in that buffer time period between the 8th of December and the 14th, you've got this period of time where there's going to be some litigation, where you're going to have people lawyering up and certain individuals pointing at, well, these votes should count, well, these votes shouldn't, and the back and forth going on. And then all of a sudden you have a change where these magical mail-in votes start to pop in, and, hey, well, look at this, Joe Biden's ahead. Hey, we got to have electors voting by the 14th. Let's go. Send the Democrats. Joe Biden has the numbers right now in Michigan, and next thing you know, they've turned the election. I know it's horrible to think about, but you've just got to keep that on your radar. The second thing about what Mark Zuckerberg said is this, and maybe somebody can explain this to me. Just to be a traditionalist, why do we need more than one day? I'm serious. Look, why does Election Day, maybe excluding the military, absentee ballots, why don't we just have one day? Why don't we just show up at the polling places? And I mean, is the suggestion that we've got people disenfranchised, they can't make it? Why can't they make it? Let's find out individually why people can't make it. If there is a specific condition or there's a specific circumstance, we can identify that. We have that ability. I mean, we can make rockets fly up and land back in the same spot that they flew, right? We have the technology to figure out who can and can't. And the suggestion that somebody wouldn't know when Election Day is? Can we get back to that somehow? It just seems like the dates keep getting further and further and weeks out. Call me old-fashioned, but can we just get back to... Anyway, what else did Mark Zuckerberg say?
So we're going to do a bunch of different messaging around that, just to make sure that people know that that's normal. So if one of the...
No, it's not normal. It's not normal to have days or weeks.
Candidates...
It's not... Stop him. It's not normal. It's not normal days or weeks after an election to have these ballots coming. That's not normal. And the suggestion right now that we're in the middle of a pandemic and you can't leave your house, there's no way you can show up and... Yes, you can. We know where we are right now. When it comes to the coronavirus, we know.
And any of the races claims victory before there's a consensus result, then we're going to add some informational context to that post directly, saying that there's no consensus result yet.
Did you hear that? I mean, examine what Mark Zuckerberg is saying from Facebook. He is saying that if on Election Day, let's say at 11 p.m., we know that Donald Trump won the state of Florida, for example, and people start to put out things on Facebook saying, woohoo, victory, Trump victory, 2020, we knew it. That Facebook is going to attach information on those posts and say, no, not all the votes have been counted. Hold on, you got to wait. We're not done yet, everybody. Don't jump to conclusions. What?
I think that this is important because there is, unfortunately, I think, a heightened risk of civil unrest in the period, between voting and a result being called or after that. And I just think that we need to be doing everything that we can to reduce the chances of violence or civil unrest in the wake of this election.
Yeah, who's doing that? Who is that? Civil unrest. Who? Who's causing this? You? Are you causing the civil unrest? Are you the ones? Republicans, conservatives? Are you the ones that have been going out and looting and destroying and burning and walking up to people while they're trying to dine on Fifth Avenue, let's say, and turning over tables and grabbing their drinks and screaming with bullhorns in their face and disrupting their meals? Is that you? Who's doing that? I'm trying to find the conservative group, the Republicans that are going out, Republicans for Trump, who are screaming with bullhorns at people in their faces on the streets. Who are those individuals that are disrupting meals, that are burning buildings with people inside of them, a la Portland? Who are those groups? Who are the ones that are planning civil unrest? Again, it's outrageous, right? And it's crazy to hear, but you need to know that this is part of what is coming. This is part of what is out there. That you have the left in this country who has unleashed what they have unleashed upon the American people. This looting, this rioting, this disruption. That's all we come to find out about. White supremacy, critical race theory, that all whites are racist. Not my words, from a Netroots group, a meeting that took place recently that I will play some audio from so you can hear for yourself what is being told and taught to individuals. Again, training on how white people are racist and they're not human. I'm looking at the article in PJ Media and the audio I'll play coming up. That this is now past the point of no return. It's not like let's test the waters to see how people react. This is full unleashing of George Soros-esque hitting the streets, going for it, knowing that they've got a media that will back them up, knowing that if Trump wins the election, that there are people willing to go to the streets to fight to change that election. And even if Joe Biden were president of the United States, how the left in this country is willing to fight and go to the mat to fundamentally transform this country for good. Just putting that out there. And Facebook is not your friend. It's I think it was described one way, like if you were going to create your own Facebook company. As a matter of fact, they're saying they're going to pay 400,000 users $120 to log off for a few days before the 2020 election. Why are they going to do that? Kind of strange.
Introducing a new social media site designed to tick you off. It's Faceblech. With Faceblech, they don't pretend to care about you or your 2,000 friends. Your newsfeed will be filled with nothing but disseminating misinformation and propaganda, invading your privacy, doling your information out to third parties, and targeted ads, all not in chronological order, and with total messed up algorithms. With Faceblech, there's no content from your family, no catching up with friends from high school or college, nothing relevant and nothing you care about. Faceblech, because you've got to waste time looking down at your phone like everyone else instead of experiencing life offline.
That was weird. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. We'll get to your calls. YouTube streaming live anytime you want to watch. Just go to Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. We appreciate that. And we appreciate Therese O'Shea because she has your traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Clear commute out on the roadways this morning. We're not seeing any issues as far as crashes or construction zones go, but we do have a very wet drive along parts of the west coast right now. Sanibel Causeway heading out through Pine Island, as well as Iona-McGregor area. McGregor Boulevard itself going to be a little bit damp from some early morning showers we've seen. And in Collier County, we're seeing wet roads as well throughout Tamiami Trail East, 951 Collier Boulevard out to Marco Island right now. So take it easy, take it slow out there, and just use caution this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
89 degrees for your Wednesday as we will see scattered showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as off and on rain chances will be with us as we go throughout the day. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
People often ask me, how did you grow my shower door so big and so fast? But the answer is, we didn't. What we did is we took our family business, we hired great talent, trained our staff, and developed our product. Now, after 17 years, my shower door has 8 frameless shower door showrooms, with our newest in Cape Coral. If you're looking for a frameless shower door company that you can trust and research, and you want to see more, go to myshowerdor.com.
It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned black and orange tag sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys under the big tent, tagged with liquidation pricing. Save even $1,000 at Rockstar Harley's pre-owned black and orange tag sale. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Rockstar Harley is accepting 100% of all credit applications. Repo struck in, and the owner says 50 used bikes must go this week. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is the #1 volume Harley-Davidson dealer in Florida. Pre-owned black and orange tag sale ends this Sunday.
Listen up, men. I know you don't want to talk about ED. It's not going to go away, so stop ignoring it. Good news for all of us. Metro Men's Health makes getting the treatment you need easy, pain-free, drug-free, and affordable. While many places use pills or injections to treat ED, that's just a temporary fix and ruins that special moment. And while testosterone treatments can boost your energy, they don't fix ED. Metro Men's Health takes a different approach. They use the most state-of-the-art technologies and treatments that improves blood flow, which is really the source of the problem. There's no discomfort, and Metro Men's Health treatments don't just mask symptoms. They treat the condition. No painful shots, no hormones, no pills, just an easy and convenient treatment that actually works. If you don't see improvement, they'll give you a full refund. You've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Put that spark back in your life. Call 239-599-9900 to schedule a free consultation. That's 239-599-9900 or visit metromenshealth.com. Metro Men's Health.
Guess what, Southwest Florida? It's not too late. You can still get the full original base MSRP for your trade-in, but only at Naples Nissan. Yes, bring us that 6, 7, 8-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you what you paid for it, so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. So, yeah, whatever it was worth back in 2012, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought your car from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2012 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to get the full base MSRP for your trade-in and drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Slider Man, Slider Man. We make your patio door slide like new, slide like new. Slider Man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider Man, we make your patio door slide like new. slide like new. Slider Man.
Call Slider Man toll free, 866-594-1969.
Has a little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News, working to bridge the gap between you and police. The Fort Myers City Council discussed what police could do to help. Councilmember Johnny Streets had a presentation yesterday saying departments should stop training police officers as combat soldiers and identify language and cultural differences to learn how to respond. The Cape Coral Police Department says someone stole a gun from a car along Cornwallis Parkway yesterday morning. That's near the corner of Del Prado and Veterans Memorial Parkway. The owner says he heard the door of the car slam shut and then the alarm went off. He later found a .38 caliber gun missing from the center console. As the school year gets in full motion, deputies are warning you not to forget about the school zones on the roadway. If you speed, you could face a $1,000 fine. Yesterday, deputies in Charlotte County caught drivers going as fast as 17 miles an hour over the speed limit. President Trump visited Jupiter to discuss environmental conservation efforts for the state of Florida. The president signed an executive order extending the ban on offshore drilling in Florida until 2032. He also recapped his administration's work to allocate money for the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee projects. A multi-million-dollar farmers market coming to Cape Coral. The owner wants Joe V's to be a full-service farmers market right off Pine Island Road, east of Chiquita Boulevard. He plans to hire as many as 300 people. Construction begins in November. They'll be ready to open late next year. Grab-and-go meals will now be available for more of your students. Starting tomorrow, Lee virtual students can receive meals for the week. Before, they were only available to the kids using Lee Home Connect. Middle and high schools will be the main distribution sites on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Dealing with a very wet commute right now through Bonita Springs, and we now have a crash on Bonita Beach Road at Old 41 Road with roadblock and possible injuries. So avoid that intersection if you can. Also seeing major delays on State Road 82 westbound from Alabama Road through Sunshine and heading toward Gunnery Road. A lot of stop-and-go traffic out there. And also Collier County seeing a crash at Golden Gate Boulevard East and Wilson Boulevard North with major delays in the westbound direction at that intersection. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid, temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part, the price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
You probably know Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
Getting rid of bacteria, destroying 99.9% of harmful bacteria. How does that sound when it comes to your water? Why not take control? Call the local experts, my buddy Max at Pentair Water Systems. You can find out what's in your water, right? And with the Pentair Water System, I'm telling you, I should know I have one. You're going to love the way your water tastes from every single faucet, every one. Their salt-free solution is the Pentair Smart Combo, can tackle chlorine and scale with no lugging in bags of salt. You've got the Advantage Salt System, if you'd like, would tackle even the hardest water issues. And Pentair's UV system, listen to this, it's capable of destroying 99.9% of harmful bacteria. You know, the ones that find its way into your water, like E. coli. This month, take $199 off installation of your whole home Pentair water system, and let Max, your local Pentair water specialist, find the solution right for you. And they got the white glove service program where they'll even maintain your system for you. So get the test now at 239-880-7799. 239-880-7799.
1 hour air conditioning and heating. Always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1-HOUR.
Let's talk buttons. Not the buttons on clothes, the ones that do things. The ones that beg the question, what's that button do? There's just something satisfying about pressing buttons. And now, if you have sleep apnea and can't use CPAP, there's a button you can press that's really satisfying. It lets you go from sleeping like this to this. It's called Inspire, and it's as simple as, you guessed it, clicking a button. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with one click of a remote. That's right, a button. Inspire is a small device implanted in a same-day outpatient procedure. Simply click the button on the Inspire remote before you fall asleep. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. If you're struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay right, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube. And want to make sure that you know that you can, of course, anytime that you would like to watch streaming live on YouTube, you go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. And please subscribe to the channel while you are there. And you get a chance to watch and subscribe. And it keeps us going on a lot of different outlets, including Facebook and YouTube. So if you enjoy, we would appreciate you doing that. Jonathan Martin's going to join us in just a minute. Lee County Republican Party. I wanted to ask him a couple of questions about some of the amendments that are coming up this election, and some of the things that have been mentioned that I noticed on some local outlets and one statewide, including Florida Politics, some of the amendments and how they're starting to get a little confusing to some people. Like, how should I vote for these amendments? So I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I did want to have a conversation with Anthony Surra. Is it Anthony Surra or Surra? Forgive me, Anthony. How do you pronounce your last name? I'm so sorry.
Surra. Yes,
Surra.
sir.
It is Surra. Okay. Anthony Surra is with Premier Auction House, and this is something that I am looking forward to, that is exciting and something that's very important here in Southwest Florida. You may know about the Military Museum in Cape Coral. You may know about them. You may know about some of the things that have been going on there and how important it is to Southwest Florida. And can you do me a favor, Anthony? Can you describe what is happening? What are we going to be doing on Saturday, September 12th? This is a big fundraiser. You're a big part of it. Talk about what this is going on. What is going to be happening specifically?
Yes, sir. We are doing a fundraiser and an auction event. The organization does a lot for the community. I met these folks just a short while ago, and when I met them and I was in the museum, it's a 35,000 square foot museum, very impressive. And the people are top-notch, in my opinion. When I met these folks, I just wanted to be involved. And the way we did that is to host an auction, which this is what we're going to do on Saturday, but also a fundraiser. These folks at the museum and their organization, they provide fresh produce 3 times a week to over 200 each day. They provide free lunches to over 150 veterans each week. They have open daily bread and pastry distribution for the community, and the list goes on and on. I mean, what these folks are doing for the community and the people that are veterans and non alike, I knew I had to get involved in. So what we're doing on Saturday is we're doing a fundraiser and an auction. We're auctioning off some overstock, plus we have some jewelry and some coins. It's going to be a live event, so you could go to the museum to actually bid live, or you could go on the website and bid on the website online. You could view all the items online. There's 234 lots worth of items that consist of military items from the Civil War era up, World War I, World War II, and various things. There's Civil War satchel pouches, carrying pouches. There's uniforms. There's, as I said, coins and jewelry. So it's a very large event that we're having on Saturday, which is the 12th. You could go there and preview the items at 10 o'clock in person between 10 and 12. They're also offering a free lunch to everybody. They're serving the lunch. Any donations are welcome, but they are offering lunch from 11:30 to 12:30. This is all happening at the museum and again online.
All right, so people know that we will have this on our Facebook page, so you can see this as well. The Southwest Florida Military Museum and Library in Cape Coral. If you know anything about this library, how important it is to the community, how many incredible things there are inside the museum to see, and how there are veteran services there as well to help with veterans, how they've been an integral part of the community when it comes to veterans and how they help. And you now can help them with this auction. You can preview the items. You certainly can donate, but the idea here is that there is going to be on Saturday, this Saturday, there will be an auction and an opportunity for you to pick up these fantastic items and to help the Southwest Florida Military Museum and Library. And they are just incredible individuals, as Anthony's been able to describe to you. So once again, Anthony, where can they go to see the items, and what time does everything start there at the museum?
You could go to the website. The auction website is Premier, that's spelled Premier, auctionhouse.com. Again, that's Premier, Premier, auctionhouse.com. That's where you can view the items online and bid. You could also go to the actual museum on Saturday, the 12th, to view the items in person and bid in person if you'd like as well. Just to let you know, we have these items starting at a very low starting price for the reason of, one, making sure everybody could participate in this auction. Two, to help encourage the community to get involved, not only just through the auction process, but also the donation process for the museum. 100% of the money that's donated to the museum goes straight to the museum.
Oh, great.
So whatever you donate, if you donate $20, $20 is going straight to the museum. If you donate $2,000, $2,000 is going straight to the museum. So we definitely want to encourage the community involvement by way of participation in the auction, by way of donation to the museum.
All right, Anthony. Well, listen, we appreciate a few minutes. We will mention this throughout the week to get everybody prepared for Saturday, helping out the Southwest Florida Military Museum and Library. What an important part of the community and for veterans, and a great place to visit. I would encourage you, if you've not been there, certainly to go in Cape Coral. It is just amazing what you will see there, and just the history that is in that building is just incredible. All right, Anthony, I appreciate a few minutes, and we'll speak soon, okay? All the best.
Drew, thank you for your time. Again, premierauctionhouse.com. I'd like to thank you and Susan and the community for their help and support in this. Thank you, sir, and have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. 239-479-5592. We will certainly put that on our Facebook page, on our website, and we will discuss this throughout the week. So if you missed it, don't worry. We'll bring it up once again coming up later on this morning. Certainly, we would love for you to be a part of that. Jonathan Martin, I wanted to bring him in, Lee County Republican Party, and Jonathan Martin, who I always love to have on, because when we talk about amendments and some of the things that we forget about this election cycle, some of the things that will be happening in November, there are a couple of interesting amendments that we have to remember are on the ballot. And I want to make sure everybody is aware of what's going on, because all of a sudden, Jonathan, there was a little bit of confusion about one in particular, Amendment 3. People have been looking at Amendment 3 and they're hearing different things. I've been getting some email, Jonathan, on Amendment 3. And I guess maybe let's clarify what it is and what it is not, and then go through some other things that are happening in the state. First of all, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Drew. How are you? Good morning.
Good. So Amendment 3, explain what it is, and explain what we need to know about it, the good and bad, if any.
All right. Well, Amendment 3 sounds good to every decent American, because we all hate our political parties, right?
Yeah.
Amendment number 3 gets rid of our political parties by way of a jungle primary. Well, this jungle primary is something that's used in California. It's used in Louisiana, but it'll be a little bit different in Florida. And this amendment will only affect state elections. So basically, if you're going to be sending your elected official to work in Tallahassee, those are the elections that it's going to affect. So your state representative, your state senator, and then the executive cabinet, including the governor. So what this will do, it will eliminate the party primary. So in August 14th, we just had our party primaries, the Republicans. We had a congressional race. We had a state Senate race. Right. We had a number of state rep races here in Lee County. Those would all be open to anybody to vote, and regardless of party affiliation. So Democrats could vote for Republicans, Republicans could vote for Democrats, and NPAs could vote for whoever they wanted to. Then the top 2 vote getters in that situation would go on to the general election. Well, that sounds great. It sounds like more choices, and we're not boxed into voting for somebody that happens to be in the same party as us, or if we're NPAs, we have a choice.
Right.
That sounds good until you get to November. If the 2 top vote getters aren't in your party, then you don't have a choice in November except what we normally have, which is the lesser of 2 evils. So the problem that it's hoping to fix is really not fixing it, and it's further complicating the situation. And we have to remember where the party system came from. So the Republican Party, the Democrat Party are protected by Florida statute. There were laws written years and years ago to prevent the smoke-filled room decision. You know, who's going to be our candidate? These used to be decided in small rooms with very elite individuals determining who were going to be the representatives of certain parties. Well, in order to open it up so that everybody could have a voice, the enacting statutes were written, and we have the primary system we have today where anybody can simply go down, choose a party, and vote in that person's primary. There's going to be an unintended consequence, very likely, especially in a place like Southwest Florida, where we have a tremendous amount of very qualified Republicans running for office. Now, we just had this congressional race where we had 10 candidates, 10 Republican candidates. And on the Democrat side, there were 2 Democrat candidates. If we had a jungle primary for that race, what could very easily happen is the 2 Democrat candidates could get 40% of the vote each. And like we saw in our race, nobody cracked 25% in the Republican primary. So what would ultimately happen in November if there's a whole lot of Republican interest in many, many Republican candidates? What could potentially happen is our only 2 choices in November are the Democrats.
Oh, didn't hear. Okay, repeat. John, I'm looking at the time because this is what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to have you back on to talk about some of the other amendments coming up in the next coming days and weeks.
And I think this is the most important one.
Yep. It's huge
to make sure we understand the consequences.
Right. So describe the last part of what you just mentioned when it comes to what we just witnessed just a few weeks ago. Speak to that specifically again, because what you said is that's rocking people's worlds right now. So go ahead.
Yeah. So it sounds great that everybody has a choice and you can vote for whoever you want to, and the top 2 vote getters go into November. Right. But in a place like Southwest Florida, where we have a tremendous amount of Republican support and Republican interest in good quality conservative candidates, we might end up with too many on the ballot with no mechanism to control who goes on to November. And by having too many on the ballot, they might equally split their votes so much that 2 Democrat candidates end up with more votes and end up on the November ballot, thereby causing any constitutional conservative, any freedom-loving American to have to choose between a Democrat or another Democrat.
And that is what Amendment 3 will bring to the table. So when you are planning now, getting ahead of all of this, and we're obviously everybody's focused on the presidential process and down ballot, a couple of other races. We're going to have amendments before us. We're going to see these amendments. We haven't talked about them enough yet. We will focus on those coming up in the next few days and weeks. But when you see Amendment 3, we say no. Flat out.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Amendment 3.
Easy to remember. So no on 3. So there you go. All right, Jonathan, I'm looking at the time. I got a little ahead of myself, but look, I want to have you on again to do this again because there are a lot of things we need to go over.
There's a lot of important amendments.
All right. So yes, a lot of important amendments. So we'll do this again soon. All right. I appreciate you, my friend. All the best.
All right.
Anytime. All right. Thanks. All right. Let's do it. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We will see if you're in a PhD right now. Caller number 5. That sounds good. Caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. Caller number 5 right now. You get to play Drew's College up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. Let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here is Therese O'Shea today.
Good Wednesday morning. Dealing with a very wet commute right now through Bonita Springs, and we now have a crash on Bonita Beach Road at Old 41 Road with roadblock and possible injuries. So avoid that intersection if you can. Also seeing major delays on State Road 82 westbound from Alabama Road through Sunshine and heading toward Gunnery Road. A lot of stop and go traffic out there. And also Collier County seeing a crash at Golden Gate Boulevard East and Wilson Boulevard North with major delays in the westbound direction at that intersection. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
89 degrees for your Wednesday as we will see scattered showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as off and on rain chances will be with us as we go throughout the day. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News. News and smart views.
At FindMark, our commitment to clients goes far beyond managing wealth. We have a genuine interest in understanding our clients' lives, their families, and dreams for the future. It's doing what's right and being there every step of the journey. It requires time to learn what matters most. But at FindMark, we believe the better we know you, the better we can serve you. Visit us at our locations in Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero, or online at findmarkbank.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jonathan France. See your future in 2020.
We know that weakened vision can limit our ability to enjoy day-to-day activities. And with the clear advantage of the Panoptix lens, seeing without glasses for distance driving, computers, and reading is now possible. This is the first and only trifocal lens that is designed to be used to help people get 20/20 distance, near, and in between. Most importantly, I've been doing cataract surgery for over 30 years. Trust me when I say this to you, experience matters. Quality outcomes matter. Reputation matters. And most importantly, I want you to know that I'm going to treat you like a member of my own family. You deserve to see your future in 2020.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Thinking about new kitchen and bathroom countertops? Rock Solid's full granite slabs starting at $499, quartz $599, remnants starting at $150 means now is the time to save at Rock Solid. Rock Solid is a worldwide importer. Certified fabricators, installers, true artisans and craftsmen. Shop direct. Don't get caught by hidden costs and delays from the big box stores. Call Rock Solid 239-596-7676. On the web, rocksolidnaples.com. Installation in about a week.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Bill in Immokalee. Hello, Bill.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree question, sir. Starts right now. Bill, how often do American presidential elections, how often do we have them? How many years? Every
4 years.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Let's see, the 3 branches of government. When we say there's 3 branches of the U.S. government, what are they?
The executive, judicial, and the legislative.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. The FBI. What does the FBI stand for?
The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. In 1861, Confederates began shelling this fort, beginning the Civil War. Was it Fort Bragg, Fort Sumter, or Fort Myers?
That would be Fort Sumter.
That is correct, sir. Look at you, Bill in Immokalee. Congratulations. Great job. You got yourself a PhD today on Drew's College. Very impressive. And you also get to speak with Jake the Millennial. He'll explain to you how you will get your diploma in this world of Rona. And anytime you get to talk to Jake, it's... well, congratulations on the diploma there, Bill. And stay right there, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. And a few words. Let's get right to the point. Get the questions. Moving on. Steve Cortez is going to join us in a few more minutes. We're going to talk about the president in the state of Florida, some of the other things that are going on. Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor next.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Looking for a frameless shower door? My Shower Door has just opened their 8th Florida showroom, and it's conveniently located in Cape Coral. With more than 75,000 frameless shower doors installed, no one has more experience and 5-star reviews than My Shower Door. We've been named #1 by readers of the News Press and Naples News for 17 consecutive years and have just been named as Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdor.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele here, and hurricane season, you know, it's upon us, and it's supposed to be a pretty active season for 2020. Get peace of mind from my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. You don't have to sweat the next outage. I've had my Generac for years. It is amazing. Get your free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today, in time for hurricane season, with expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter. Give them a shout at 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who'll be there for you wherever and whenever you need. Primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
I never get sick. Never taken a sick day. I'm not going to let a little thing like 100-degree fever stop my business. You know what really makes me sick? Downtime. You know the cure to downtime? Grainger. With same-day pickup, next-day delivery options, and time-saving inventory solutions, Grainger keeps our facility running and fit as a fiddle. Some people go to the doctor. I go to America's trusted source for industrial supplies, because Grainger's got my back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by CFS Roofing. Online at cfsroofing.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News, working to bridge the gap between you and police. The Fort Myers City Council discussed what police could do to help. Councilmember Johnny Streets had a presentation yesterday saying departments should stop training police officers as combat soldiers and identify language and cultural differences to learn how to respond. The Cape Coral Police Department says someone stole a gun from a car along Cornwallis Parkway yesterday morning. That's near the corner of Del Prado and Veterans Memorial Parkway. The owner says he heard the door of the car slam shut and then the alarm went off. He later found a .38 caliber gun missing from the center console. As the school year gets in full motion, deputies are warning you not to forget about the school zones on the roadway. If you speed, you could face a $1,000 fine. Yesterday, deputies in Charlotte County caught drivers going as fast as 17 miles an hour over the speed limit. President Trump visited Jupiter to discuss environmental conservation efforts for the state of Florida. The president signed an executive order extending the ban on offshore drilling in Florida until 2032. He also recapped his administration's work to allocate money for the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee projects. A multi-million-dollar farmers market coming to Cape Coral. The owner wants Joe V's to be a full-service farmers market right off Pine Island Road, east of Chiquita Boulevard. He plans to hire as many as 300 people. Construction begins in November. They'll be ready to open late next year. Grab-and-go meals will now be available for more of your students. Starting tomorrow, Lee virtual students can receive meals for the week. Before, they were only available to the kids using Lee Home Connect. Middle and high schools will be the main distribution sites on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Corey Lazar, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Good morning. Right now, we're keeping an eye on a crash on Bonita Beach Road at Old 41 Road with roadblock and possible injuries. Seeing delays, especially heading eastbound from Old 41 to I-75 right now with that crash in the area. We also have an accident going on in Golden Gate Estates out toward Golden Gate Boulevard East and Wilson Boulevard. Westbound delays on Golden Gate right now, approaching the intersection. Slowdowns on State Road 82, still sticking around for the morning drive. Heading through Gunnery Road, past Sunshine and Alabama Road right now. Westbound is where you're especially going to see those delays in Lehigh. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid. Temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News.
Right, all along. Wake up with Drew Steele.
Donald Trump Jr. We named this county Trump County is what I've said.
I like it. If they're going to rip down all of these monuments, what we should do is get a bill going to replace them with a much sturdier monument of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the destruction of public property would stop in about 2 seconds. You wouldn't even think about these things.
Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's Pest Prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Why? Why? Why pay more for a used car or truck? Model year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $49 per month. That's right, a new car for just $49 per month. 2020 Kia Rio, just $13,990. Yes, $13,990. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Galliana Kia has lenders to get almost anyone approved. Plus, we'll take any trade, in any condition, even if you're upside down. Why? Why? Why buy an overpriced used car when you can buy a new car for less? Brand new Kias, just $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Model year in sales event going on now at Galliana Kia. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
24-month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at sign plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires Monday.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and have I told you about Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting? I know I have because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
News. This is the Frells family. They live on a piece of land they call greener pasture, and they work on it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. With its durable construction and features that hook up to dozens of attachments with ease, no job is too tough. The Frells family runs with us, because this is more than just land. It's home. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
This is a special end-of-summer announcement from Dell. At our Labor Day sale, small businesses can save up to 50% on select business computers with Intel Core processors. We're committed to taking your business to the next level. Give our small business technology advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business with Labor Day savings. Visit Dell.com/business deals or call us at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live on Facebook. Anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. We appreciate you subscribing. We also appreciate having a few minutes with Steve Cortez, who's joining us right now. Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor. It's Drew Steele. How are you this morning, sir?
Good morning, Drew. Thanks for having me.
Hey, first, I have to open with this because this is fun. I love when liberal heads pop. And so I just want to play this headline. It's going to take 5 seconds. I want you to listen to this. And maybe we just take this in together and enjoy this moment when I heard this morning.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
I hear liberal heads popping all over.
Right. Listen, Barack Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize for getting elected, right? I mean, let's face it, literally. I mean, on election day, basically. I mean, not officially, but tacitly, he won the Nobel Peace Prize the day he was elected. So if that's enough to qualify, then certainly what President Trump is actually doing in the Middle East more than qualifies. You know, this president, and I don't think he's getting enough credit for this. He doesn't get enough credit for a lot of things, but particularly when it comes to what's going on overseas. His America First policy of realism and restraint, the fact that we are not starting new wars, as a matter of fact, we are disengaging. We are bringing troops home. We are no longer nation building all over the planet. We are no longer committing to endless, needless quagmires that waste American blood and American treasure. In fact, quite the opposite. He's building historic alliances. I mean, the fact that you have a wealthy Arab country like the UAE and Israel normalizing relationships on the political level, starting business relationships, starting commercial flights between these countries, all of it brokered by Donald Trump. Yep. This is an unbelievable achievement. It really is. And by the way, it is similar to Jimmy Carter. I don't give a lot of credit to Jimmy Carter, but it's similar to him bringing Israel and Egypt together. And those folks won, I think all three of them, if I remember correctly, Sadat, Begin, and Carter won the Nobel Prize for what they did, and they deserved it. You know what? President Trump deserves the Nobel Prize. He really does for what he's doing in the Middle East.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of not getting enough credit, listen, we have to be honest when it comes to pre-pandemic. This president, when it comes to the economy, was going to be cruising to victory without any kind of grief from anybody because everybody knew it. It was tangible. People knew exactly what was happening with the economy, and nobody could deny it. So now we have the pandemic that comes along, and all of a sudden we have what you have described as a burgeoning economic renaissance, for lack of a better word. And I think that is the word you use, as a matter of fact. Describe what's happening right now economically in this country.
No, and I think this is critical, Drew, to not just talk about what we can do economically in the second Trump term. That's important. But let's talk about what's happening right now. You know, not what we promise to do for you in the future. What is happening on the ground today? And the great news, the fantastic news, is that this economic renaissance, this burgeoning rebirth of the American economy is already accelerating. And, Drew, that's not my opinion. That's what the economic stats on the ground tell us. We've added 10 million new jobs back over the last 4 months. We got a blockbuster report out just this past Friday into Labor Day, 1.4 million jobs. But what I also love is not just that great top line number, but also if you dig into the details. I spent 25 years on Wall Street before I got into the business of politics, so I'm a data geek. And if you dig into the details, the data reveal that wage growth was 4.7% in August. That is fantastic wage growth, way, way above even the norm of the first Trump boom. Now, look, I'm not being Pollyanna. I know a lot of folks there. I'm sure some of your listeners are still out of work, are anxious to get back to work and get back to regular life. So we have work to do. We all know that. But I think we can also rightly celebrate the progress we are already making. And that's my point, that this is a work in progress. The American economy is galloping forward already. The only thing, in my view, that will stop that horse from galloping, that thoroughbred, is electing Joe Biden, because he promises the largest tax hike in American history. He promises to attack the American energy sector, making us, by the way, once again beholden to Middle East sources for our fuel. And unfortunately, he promises to reinstate the regulatory leviathan of Washington, D.C. All of that would squash this burgeoning economic recovery. We can't have that happen. To me, it's the number one. There's a lot of reasons, but to me, the number one reason to reelect the president is that the man who gave us the first Trump boom is already producing the second Trump boom.
Right. And I love the fact that we already have the tangible results before. This isn't something that people are just taking this out of thin air and saying this is what could happen. We've already had it happen. So when people realize that, Steve, and as a matter of fact, here in the state of Florida, I might even make that case when we come to find out that, oh boy, there are some issues maybe in areas that before were maybe cemented for Democrats, places like Miami-Dade, Broward, as we all know. When you talk about Democrat strongholds, that's where they are. And you see and hear about Biden possibly losing the lead there, or hearing about some of the polling numbers and some of what people have been asked. And I think that goes to what we just described, which is in the state of Florida, what we have been able to see across the state, even in places like Miami-Dade and Broward, where things are tangible. If you have tangible results, that's when you would lose a lead, Joe Biden, in places like Miami-Dade, Broward, because they see exactly what we all see.
No, exactly. I think that, on these sort of kitchen table issues, right, of, am I working? Can I get a raise? Do I have job options? If I don't like my job, do I have the guts to go and get another one?
Safety and security in my community.
Yes.
I might make that
absolutely.
case.
Listen, law and order. Law and order is also critical. I am so proud that President Trump and our campaign, we've gotten the endorsement of every major police organization in America. I mean, it's just astounding how many endorsements we've had. And by the way, a lot of those big unions are not necessarily just default Republican endorsements. A lot of them, for instance, the NAPO, the National Association of Police Organizations, represents over 200,000 cops nationwide. They endorsed Joe Biden when he was vice president. They endorsed him twice for the presidency in 2008, 2012. So this is not a knee-jerk Republican group. This is a group that can be bipartisan, but they enthusiastically endorse President Trump. Why? Because they know that we have the cops back. They know that in way too many Democratic cities around this country, mayhem rules the day, unfortunately, and the local Democratic leaders refuse to back the police and back the idea of law and order. So this is another, critical issue for our country. It's important for our safety. And by the way, it also ties back to the economy. My hometown is Chicago, and I can't tell you what it's done to the economy. The fact that stores all along Michigan Avenue, our premier shopping district in Chicago, are still boarded up. They still are today, Drew. I mean, think of what that's doing to the economy of the city. So the safety is an important issue on its own right, but it's also connected to economic vitality.
But people, before we go, and I know you're busy and I appreciate a few minutes, but you've got to believe that between who wants to defund the police, who backs the police and who doesn't, by not only words but deeds, by what you just described, the continuing of boarding up of businesses, of people's livelihoods, all of these things in small towns, in big cities across the country. People have to realize what is happening. They see these things, and that's where I almost think with the silent majority is also some of the individuals that just don't want to say what they honestly believe to a pollster. They don't want to tell everybody that they don't like what's happening in their communities, and they would rather just keep quiet until that moment comes, November 3rd, when they have the opportunity to speak. I wonder if you feel the same way. I mean, you speak to Chicago, maybe in an area there. You just have to believe in areas that people believe that.
Sure. No, listen, I do think that's out there. Absolutely. I think that, and we in the campaign are trying to convince the silent majority to not be quite so silent.
Yeah.
But it's understandable that people are reticent. There's a really unfortunate cancel culture that's pervasive out there. The left doesn't believe in persuasion generally. They believe in intimidation. They believe in political power through force, whether it's physical force or whether it's the threat of you can lose your job or you can be socially ostracized or, we're going to alienate you on social media, whatever it is, whatever the sanctions are. That's unfortunately the tactic of the left is intimidation. And people understandably, are anxious about that. So I do think for sure there's a reluctance on a lot of people's part to tell a complete stranger, a pollster, yes, I'm voting for Donald Trump. And now I don't want to act like that, in terms of those of us who are working for the president's reelection. Let's not assume that there is that built-in, bump that Donald Trump's going to get on election day. But to be quite honest, if I'm just going to be blatantly, objective about it, I do think that's probably the reality. And you can probably add a few percentage points to just about every Trump poll because of poll reluctance on the part of Trump supporters.
Yeah. But fight like you're behind. Fight like you, exactly. And of course, and how important this election is, and we all know it. All right, Steve Cortez, Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor. I appreciate a few minutes. I hope we can do this again soon, before the election, especially. Would love to have you back. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thanks. All the best. Thanks. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch. At Drew Steele Radio. We appreciate it. Jake, let's take a break right now. And certainly when we come back, there's a lot to discuss. Let's make sure we do that coming up, including what is going on. I mentioned it earlier, a little bit of mail-in fraud issues in places like North Carolina and Georgia. No. What do you mean? Wait till you hear what I mean. That's all I have to say is, well, I'll have more to say coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Good morning. Right now, we're keeping an eye on a crash on Bonita Beach Road at Old 41 Road with roadblock and possible injuries. Seeing delays, especially heading eastbound from Old 41 to I-75 right now with that crash in the area. We also have an accident going on in Golden Gate Estates out toward Golden Gate Boulevard East and Wilson Boulevard. Westbound delays on Golden Gate right now, approaching the intersection. Slowdowns on State Road 82, still sticking around for the morning drive. heading through Gunnery Road, past Sunshine and Alabama Road right now. Westbound is where you're especially going to see those delays in Lehigh. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
89 degrees for your Wednesday as we will see scattered showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as off and on rain chances will be with us as we go throughout the day. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
As we go through life, many times we try to plan and prepare for every possibility, thinking about our future, thinking about our families. But many times in life, we're hit by surprise, sometimes great ones and sometimes terrible ones, even tragedies. I have found that most of our clients never thought about who they should call if they were injured. I wouldn't either. What's your plan? I hope you never need us, but if you do, know that we'll be there for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound law on your cell.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
So I gotta ask, what's stopping you? If you're one of the millions of men over the age of 50 who suffer from some form of erectile dysfunction, don't you want some solutions? Metro Men's Health offers a proven treatment program with over 85% of its clients reporting success. So are you afraid of pain, downtime, or surgery? Metro Men's Health offers no pain, no needles, no pills, no surgery, and no downtime. Instead, Metro Men's Health offers what's called focused linear compression therapy. It's a proven therapy that opens up and revitalizes your blood vessels for better blood flow. It's that simple. And since the staff is professional and understanding, there's no need for embarrassment either. So I have to ask you again, what's stopping you? Call Metro Men's Health today. Get your questions answered, meet with the doctor, understand the process, and get started. Call 239-599-9900 or go to metromenshealth.com. That's 239-599-9900 or metromenshealth.com. Metro Men's Health can help.
Home is truly where the heart is. To protect it, you need top quality roofing installed by experts. That's why we chose CFS Roofing Services. Owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. Now my home's weather-tight and beautifully resilient.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
Don't miss Straight Talk with Doc Morris every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. He'll answer all your medical questions.
Does marijuana work? Absolutely. We're helping over 4,000 patients now in this marijuana program, and we can help you too with multiple diagnoses. Get your appointment scheduled today. We can help.
For more information, go to morrismedicalcenter.com. That's morrismedicalcenter.com. And catch Doc Morris on his show this Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Dave Harmer, founder of First Class Air Conditioning, serving Southwest Florida since 1977. We are in unique times that require all of us to change the way we go about our daily lives. By practicing safe distance measures, we will protect both you, our customers, and our employees. First Class Air Conditioning is open and here to serve you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
First Class Air Conditioning. Our name says it all.
Do you suffer with knee pain that's keeping you from doing the activities that you enjoy most? Have you tried physical therapy or pain medications that didn't seem to work? You must find the underlying problem that's causing your knee pain if you ever want relief without taking endless drugs. Our experienced medical team at Optimal Health Clinic is trained to properly find the cause of your knee pain. After a thorough knee evaluation, we'll review your case further in order to develop a specific knee treatment plan customized for you. Our goal is to finally get rid of your knee pain and increase your function once and for all. We're offering a free no-obligation knee pain consultation for the first 25 callers. Call 239-317-7240. That's 239-317-7240. Imagine being able to live your life without knee pain. Call today for your pain-free tomorrow. 239-317-7240. That's 239-317-7240.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay break 92.5 Fox News 239-479-5592. The talking text line streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Oh, and I got to turn the camera on. And there you go. Got to turn the camera on. All right, a couple of things that we are continuing to watch include some of the stories out of the state of Florida. The president, as you probably well know, yesterday in the 10-year moratorium on offshore drilling, even mentioned algae and...
To safeguard our stunning coastal areas, I signed legislation authorizing $100 million to fight the red tide and toxic algae.
Yep, yesterday that was the president in Jupiter talking about the moratorium on offshore drilling, talking about money for fighting toxic algae and some of the other news that's coming out of the state of Florida. A couple of other headlines we're watching and something I mentioned earlier. And how is the president doing here in the state? Well, there is concern in certain areas. Miami-Dade, for example, Undercover Huber, which is a great account. If you're not following on Twitter, you should. Miami-Dade, Florida's most populous and heavily Democratic county. Trump's polling 13% better against Biden compared to Hillary, and he beat Hillary in 2016. Those are real numbers. How do you make those numbers up? I'm saying not make the numbers up like they're not real. I'm saying how do you, as a Democrat, make those numbers back if those are legit? If we're finding out that in places like Miami-Dade, Broward, that the president is doing well, 13% better than he was against Hillary in 2016. Look, I'm not suggesting that you would have mail-in ballot things. Well, you know. Some places around the country. Oh, look at this. Just the News. John Solomon's great website. Georgia Secretary of State says 1,000 people voted twice in the June primary. Double voting didn't change the election results, but 1,000 people voted twice there. What? I thought that kind of thing. Oh, hey, how about North Carolina? North Carolina swing state. Nothing going on there, right? Until you find out yesterday that the first day of absentee mail voting happened in North Carolina yesterday. 24% the ballots were rejected. 24% of the ballots were rejected. And you can imagine why. Not because there's nefarious things going on. So for those that are saying that mail-in ballots across the board are the way to go, there are going to be more and more stories that will be coming out about how we don't want to encourage mail-in balloting. But now we're going to start hearing stories like the AP and battlegrounds absentee ballot rejections could triple. You just heard of a 25% ballots being kicked out in North Carolina. Now they could triple, according to the AP. Well, how all of a sudden did this flip? Democrats went from wanting it to not wanting it. I'll explain coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
True relief for back and neck pain.
At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, if you're suffering with a spinal-related problem, pain, numbness, or weakness, through the use of spinal decompression therapy, we've helped hundreds and hundreds of local residents return to a pain-free, productive life. People who once suffered from stenosis, sciatica, bulging, or herniated discs and thought there was no solution are now living pain-free. Spinal decompression is relaxing and painless, while it gently eases pressure off painful nerves and spinal discs. No pain, no needles, and no surgery. I have successfully been using spinal decompression in Southwest Florida for over 13 years, and the results are only getting better. Take your life back. Call our Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation to find out how spinal decompression can help you. Johnston Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-2225. That's 596-2225.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floormeisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune into WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney, Saturdays at 6 a.m., Sundays at 9 a.m., right here on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump is nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by a member of Norway's parliament, in part for his work bringing Israel and the United Arab Emirates together.
I think he has a, let's say, an undiplomatic way of getting in touch with people and talk to people. And in this instance, it's what a good thing.
Christian Tybring-Jetty on the Fox News Rundown podcast. This is for next year's Peace Prize to be announced next October. A committee selected by Norway's parliament narrows the nominees down and selects a winner. Trials of a potential coronavirus vaccine are on hold.
Drug maker AstraZeneca says someone taking part in clinical trials for a coronavirus vaccine had an adverse reaction, prompting the company to pause its study. Officials with AstraZeneca say the pause will allow for a review of safety data, but didn't provide details of what that adverse reaction was, but said the participant is expected to recover.
Fox's Rich Dennison. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News, working to bridge the gap between you and police. The Fort Myers City Council discussed what police could do to help. Councilmember Johnny Streets had a presentation yesterday saying departments should stop training police officers as combat soldiers and identify language and cultural differences to learn how to respond. The Cape Coral Police Department says someone stole a gun from a car along Cornwallis Parkway yesterday morning. That's near the corner of Del Prado and Veterans Memorial Parkway. The owner says he heard the door of the car slam shut and then the alarm went off. He later found a .38 caliber gun missing from the center console. As the school year gets in full motion, deputies are warning you not to forget about the school zones on the roadway. If you speed, you could face a $1,000 fine. Yesterday, deputies in Charlotte County caught drivers going as fast as 17 miles an hour over the speed limit. President Trump visited Jupiter to discuss environmental conservation efforts for the state of Florida. The president signed an executive order extending the ban on offshore drilling in Florida until 2032. He also recapped his administration's work to allocate money for the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee projects. A multi-million-dollar farmers market coming to Cape Coral. The owner wants Joe V's to be a full-service farmers market right off Pine Island Road, east of Chiquita Boulevard. He plans to hire as many as 300 people. Construction begins in November. They'll be ready to open late next year. Grab-and-go meals will now be available for more of your students. Starting tomorrow, Lee virtual students can receive meals for the week. Before, they were only available to the kids using Lee Home Connect. Middle and high schools will be the main distribution sites on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
Good morning. Right now, we're keeping an eye on a crash on Bonita Beach Road at Old 41 Road with roadblock and possible injuries. Seeing delays, especially heading eastbound from Old 41 to I-75 right now with that crash in the area. We also have an accident going on in Golden Gate Estates out toward Golden Gate Boulevard East and Wilson Boulevard. Westbound delays on Golden Gate right now, approaching the intersection. Slowdowns on State Road 82, still sticking around for the morning drive. Heading through Gunnery Road, past Sunshine and Alabama Road right now. Westbound is where you're especially going to see those delays in Lehigh. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for today, off and on, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s to near 90. We will continue to see some more rain chances for the remainder of the work week, all the way towards the weekend. Hot and humid, temps in the lower 90s, as we will see a portion of the weekend with our scattered rain and storms. And we keep those rain chances going all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Thrust all along.
Steven Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food, Steve on the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food, Steve on the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and please subscribe to the channel. It helps to keep us going. You just type in Drew Steele Radio in the search bar and you'll see my face. And then just click on my face and then subscribe. It's free. And it helps to keep us going on Facebook as well, Facebook and YouTube. So we appreciate it. All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. It is the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5. Everybody has to wear a mask. You must keep all beauty parlors closed. Then she's in a beauty parlor with no mask. Oh. And then she said the biggest person. She could have said, okay. She would have said, you got me. But she said, I got set up by the beauty parlor owner.
That's the president yesterday in North Carolina. And a big rally, thousands of people showing up, doing what the president does best and just being himself at these rallies. It's great to see this again. And then, of course, going after Nancy Pelosi and Salongate. And, oh, man, and even more, you know, you come to find out that gym owners are finding out that in federal buildings there in California, the gyms are open, but the private businesses can't be. You know, there's a lot of that going on. It's liberals. It's what they do.
Number 4.
Yeah, Andrea, I think both last week and now this week we're getting a sort of a picture of what the campaign looks like for Joe Biden. That was 3 days of public events and then the rest of the week carried by surrogates and also virtual campaigning. Yesterday, We saw them in that backyard conversation in Lancaster County with both union members and veterans, and then later a virtual conversation with union members across the country. Andrea, it certainly lacks the dynamism, the energy of campaigns that you and I have covered together in the past.
Oh, man. That's MSNBC yesterday. And talking about the visit there in Lancaster of the former vice president on Monday, and talking about how, listen, the Joe Biden campaign, it lacks the dynamism, the energy of a presidential candidate, campaigns that we've seen in the past. And I don't know why that is. Joe used to be so energetic.
The Villages, America's friendliest hometown.
Remember that when he was full of energy? Okay.
Number 3.
The ads, I'm sure you've seen them, although a lot of Pennsylvanians are seeing them because there's a lot of ads out there right now. They would say that you want to defund the police, and it seems to be trying to frighten some folks. Can you set the record straight on that?
I not only don't want to defund the police, I'm the one calling for $300 million more for local police, for community policing. I also think we should add social workers and psychologists to help police on 911 calls. The only person calling to defund the police is Donald Trump.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh because Joe Biden literally out of his mouth. Like I know people hate the word literally. My wife hates when we use the word literally. My son uses the word literally almost all the time. He's got to stop. But literally out of his mouth, the words came out that yes, he would defund police. He said it, and he says the only person calling to defund the police is Donald Trump, which is a flat out lie. And then he added that we should add social workers and psychologists to help the police on 911 calls. This is part of what the early on defund the police movement, and reimagining policing in the country, that's what it's been all about. So he's admitting that he's on board with those that want to reimagine policing. So there he is saying the president called for defunding the police, which he never did, and then had that lie. And then in the same sentence, backed up what the defunding the police movement has been saying. I can't do it.
Number 2.
Donald Trump caused the COVID outbreak in New York. Donald Trump caused the COVID outbreak in New York. That is a fact. It's a fact that he admitted, and the CDC admitted, and Fauci admitted. The China virus, the China virus, the China virus. It was not the China virus. It was the European virus that came to New York. They missed it.
I don't know if I can. I don't know how much I can stand of that. A press conference yesterday, and Andrew Cuomo, Fredo's older brother, saying that it was Donald Trump that caused the COVID outbreak in New York, saying it a couple of times, and then saying that no, it wasn't from China, it was from Europe, and he missed it, and he goes through this whole. And do you really want to hear it? Because I'll tell you what. I will listen to what Andrew Cuomo has to say about COVID and how it started and the European aspect of it as opposed to the China aspect of it as he described. As soon as he would have us investigate how it was that he put policies in place that sent COVID positive patients back into nursing homes, leading to the deaths of thousands of people. But he doesn't allow that to take place. As a matter of fact, he shut down any kind of investigation like that. Okay. Yeah, moving on.
Number 1.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yep.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Oh, you heard that right. Wait, listen. If you listen carefully, if you listen very carefully, those are liberal heads popping. That's the sound of liberal heads popping all across Southwest Florida. There goes another one. Wait, let me do it again. Hold on. I gotta, let me play that audio so we can have more liberal heads popping. Here we go. You ready? Here it goes.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
That's right. He is being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. It happened yesterday, and people are beside themselves, and I love it. Just in case you're wondering how this all went down, Christian Getty nominated the president. Told Fox News that he's not a big Trump supporter, but listen, facts are facts, and he brought it up. Right? He said, as a matter of fact, to Fox News,
they should look at the records, and the record shows that Donald J. Trump has achieved peace in many places in the world, and those efforts has not been successful by other leaders, other prime ministers or presidents earlier, but he has done it, and that's what they should look at.
Yeah, they should look at that. How did Barack Obama ever get that? How is it that he was able to win a Nobel Peace Prize? How does that happen? Was it his acumen for United States facts and history?
I've now been in 57 states.
Was it his the way that he could step up to a microphone and just charm an audience? Was it the idea that he could speak to foreign leaders and communicate exactly what he was feeling to them just so perfectly and succinctly? I mean,
My last election, please. Yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility.
Yeah, I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir and understand what.
Yeah, or was it the fact that the administration was completely scandal-free?
The Uranium One scandal.
The IRS targeting scandal.
The Clinton Foundation. Fusion GPS dossier.
Benghazi. Hillary Clinton email case.
Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. Remember him?
I don't know which one of them would be the reason why Barack Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009. But good to see that the president is being considered. December 10th is when it's awarded every year. It's announced on October the 9th. So we'll find out in October who's going. That's going to be a tough one. But he was nominated. And we'll see how that goes. I just love. Hold on. Let's do it one more time. Just one.
A member of Norway's parliament is nominating President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Liberal heads popping all over the place. I love it. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube at Drew Steele Radio. Do we want to get into? I don't know. Do we want to talk a little bit more about Mark Zuckerberg and what he said and explaining to everybody that we might have to keep an eye on what's going on when it comes to. How on Facebook we're communicating this election cycle and how, look, it's okay, everybody. It's going to take a little while for us to have the results. The left in this country and the media has somehow flipped, everybody. They have flipped from mail-in ballots. Everybody's got to go. We got to have mail-in ballots. It's safe. How much safer could it be? We've been doing it for years and years and years. It's safe. All of a sudden, to AP saying in battlegrounds, absentee ballot rejections could triple. We could have triple the amount of rejections of absentee ballot. Well, we can't have that. We've got all kinds of issues. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at some of the stories in Georgia. The Secretary of State, 1,000 people voted twice in the June primary. Well, that doesn't sound very safe. It sounds very strange. And absentee mail-in ballots in North Carolina, 24% get rejected. So it's almost as if the setup is on. Now, before I play the Zuckerberg audio, I just want to remind everybody, and I want to see if I can find it from yesterday. Remember yesterday's audio? And, gosh, do we have that still? I don't know if I do or not. But the audio from... All right, let's see. Is this it? Hold on. This might be it. On CNN, and John King, who was talking to the Secretary of State in Michigan about the long game with elections and the election results. And remember how it was CNN and John King who was setting it all up this way. Listen carefully.
As you know, there's been talk in recent days of this so-called red mirage. So we could have 11 p.m. midnight on election night, and the President of the United States, or Republican candidates down ballot as well, perhaps too, leading in Michigan, leading in North Carolina. But, an important but, there's a giant basket of votes still to be counted. How long?
Okay, how long? Basket of votes. How long could it take? Could take days, could take weeks. And now we have Mark Zuckerberg, who is saying the exact same thing. Did you hear this, Axios on HBO? Listen to what Mark Zuckerberg is saying about how long it takes. We all need to be just ready for this and get used to it, and it's okay.
One of the things that I think we and other media need to start doing is preparing the American people that there's nothing illegitimate about this election taking additional days or even weeks to make sure that all of the votes are counted. In fact, that might be important to make sure that this is a legitimate and fair election.
See? That's how you make it legitimate, by waiting days and weeks. That's how you do it, everybody. It's the only way. And we gotta have people feeling good about that. Like, we're going to count every vote, no matter when they come in, whether or not they're postmarked or not, who they're coming in from, and can we identify it? And if maybe some of the votes, maybe in some certain districts that are heavy Republican, maybe they don't make it at all. And then maybe in some areas they get flooded with replacements, so to speak. I'm not saying that's gonna happen or it's ever happened in any other place, but just putting that out there. All right, so what else is he saying?
So we're going to do a bunch of different messaging around that, just to make sure that people know that that's normal. So if one of the candidates in any of the races claims victory before there's a consensus result, then we're going to add some informational context to that post directly, saying that there's no consensus result yet.
We're going to add, Facebook is going to, so if you say, hey, congratulations, Donald Trump, for winning the state of Michigan. We're so excited for you, and it's 11 p.m., and the race has been called, quote unquote. It looks like Donald Trump's ahead, and he's going to win this race. Facebook is going to attach to that post on your feed. No, hold on. Don't get too excited, because we still have days or weeks ahead of us before we're going to find out exactly what's going on. And then the pièce de résistance, as some would say, to Mark Zuckerberg and the comments after the fact is this.
I think that this is important because there is, unfortunately, I think, a heightened risk of civil unrest in the period, between voting and a result being called or after that.
Civil unrest. There's going to be civil unrest. Really? Who? You know the answer. So there's going to be civil unrest. It's going to happen. It's going to happen after the election no matter what. Like, just be ready for that. There's going to be civil unrest. Why? Who? Not me, not you. Who's doing it? They know who's doing it, and they know who's planning it, and they know why they're planning it. And again, I keep talking about this because, man, the more I read and the more I see and the more I hear from people like CNN's John King and the more I hear from Mark Zuckerberg, and you kind of listen and you read in between the lines and you start to realize that they're setting us all up. They're not making this seem like a conspiratorial thing, that this is something. How could you people even say that? That's crazy. Are you nuts? Why would you even suggest something civil unrest and days and weeks before we know the results of the election? How could you say that? They're not doing that. They're saying that there's going to be civil unrest after the election and that you need to be prepared for days and weeks afterwards before we have results. Do you see that? They're telegraphing it. They're telling you. It's crazy, but it's real. I just want you to be ready for it, like I said yesterday. I'm sorry that I'm bringing that up again. Because the more it comes out, the more I don't want to see emails of people saying to me, that's nuts. Where are you coming up with this? Now you're just dreaming this up out of thin air. No, it's what they're saying. All right. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. I do appreciate everybody so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's free. It keeps us going on Facebook and YouTube both. So if you have an opportunity to go to YouTube in the search bar, just type in Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. and subscribe. We thank you for that. All right, Glenn Beck is next. It's a crazy, busy day of news, as you can imagine, all coming up on the way on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. And let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up for today with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devin.